Welcome to the Anchored Mind podcast, where we are on a mission to redefine care by combining counseling, nutrition, and fitness so that you can live a better life. And today, I'm here with Jason Howard of Anchored Mind, who specializes in all flavors of relationship therapy. We're going to talk about,
Yeah. Today we're going to talk about men's mental health in the context of relationships.
sounds juicy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's,
I would not put that together.
how would you put it?
It sounds manly.
Manly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll
It sounds effective,
maintain
productive.
the masculinity
Yeah.
card. Cool.
There we go.
All right, well, let's dive in.
Yeah.
What would you say you see the most with men's inability to move towards intimacy?
Biggest thing I'm seeing, really two things. Number one is fear, because as men, we're not taught how to move towards intimacy. We're taught how to conquer, how to fix, how to discern, solve. We're not taught how to listen, approach, accept influence
Mhm.
from our spouses
That's weak.
is what we're taught.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weak. It's not effective. What I'm finding is then there's a fear. I don't know how to do it. I'm not skilled in doing it. And so it's something that I'm not comfortable with. So I fear it.
Mhm.
And
And then avoid it?
then I avoid it. Because if I fear something, if I got anxiety, avoiding actually helps me in the very short term feel
Mhm.
better. Right? It's not there. If I'm not talking about it. The issue becomes, though, that's the one thing I'm hearing over and over and over again in the counseling room that wives are craving. And here's the issue and the problem is, as men, if we don't approach intimacy and our wives are craving it, then it's a slow bleed in the relationship until it's too late. And men all of a sudden are like, oh my gosh, what do you mean you're not satisfied and not
Yeah.
happy? And men are coming in the room in crisis
And confused?
and confused. And a lot of times what I'm finding is their spouses are checked out.
Yeah. It's funny. It makes me think about, how there's been some guys who've come in
Mhm.
and they're almost bamboozled. They're
Yeah.
just confused at, "Wait a minute, when did the rules change?" Because
Yeah.
when I was pursuing her, like, the game was I was kinda, playing a balance of hard to get, but pursuing her,
Mhm.
maybe. And now that we're married, it's like everything flip-flopped.
Yeah. Well, because the pursuing, I know how to do that.
Yep.
Goal, task, win, got it, checked it,
Conquer. Yeah.
conquered, done. Well, what happened was then the game shifted into now connect with me emotionally, connect with me. Well, no, what do you mean? I won, we're done.
Yeah.
Now, and so what ends up
Just
happening,
respect me.
yeah, so just respect me.
Yeah.
I'm going, and in a lot of ways, I'm going and I'm making the money and I'm supporting the family and I'm doing the hard work.
Yeah.
Well, what's happening is
Which
I'm
is
also,
legit. Yeah.
it's legit.
Yeah.
What I'm also doing is I'm missing out on the hard work that she's doing at home, or at home and at work, because
Mhm.
she works too, or she's taking care of, stuff. And what's happening is we're now drifting and we're disconnecting,
Yeah.
and the hard
Kinda like
work,
operating in separate lanes, running parallel.
and we become roommates.
Yeah.
And if you become roommates enough, 2 years, what we kind of find is research shows 2 years in, 5 years, 8 years, 15 years in, those are kind of those inflection points where if you're going as roommates and you haven't done anything to reconnect,
Mhm.
that again, stepping through that fear, hey, how are you doing? What's going on? Tell me more. Making it about her. She feels disconnected. We're roommates. And then those inflection points hit and you're just off.
So if at that point a guy is not sold that something needs to change,
Yeah.
I need to reconsider the rules of the game. What do you typically see as a good selling point to help get him on board?
With getting him on board with, you need to
Pursuing his
connect. You need to
wife
pursue his
with,
wife.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's not as simple as it used to be. Things have changed. We're
Yeah.
in a different phase of the relationship
Hmm.
and the rules have changed.
Yeah. The way, one metaphor I've always heard as a great metaphor, when you buy a car, right? Greatest car you could possibly get. All of us remember our first car, right? Mine was a, Volkswagen, Beater back in the day, right? First car,
Mhm.
but it was my car. If I didn't do anything else with that car, if I didn't change the oil, if I didn't check the tires, if I didn't fill it up with gas, what's going to happen to that car? If I didn't pay attention to the car, what do you think is going to happen?
Probably nothing good.
Same thing in your relationship.
Mm.
Just because you say I do or I will on that wedding day and you think, man, I got it, and you don't do anything else to check in emotionally or check in relationally with your wife and really kind of understand, hey, how are you doing? If you don't do anything else, guess what's going to happen?
Yeah,
Probably nothing good.
same thing. But probably not a good idea to compare your wife to the old Volkswagen Beetle car, right?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Duly noted.
So what I often tell guys is just consider counseling, consider, having a conversation, with somebody like me or you. Consider that as actually being very attentive to what your wife is needing and checking in on the things that really matter that are kind of under the surface.
Yeah.
And I can help you have that conversation, right?
It's funny you say that too, because I often will see when a couple comes in, I'm sure you do too, most of that magic already starts to happen by the fact that they're showing up.
Oh my
She's
gosh.
like, "I got him to come." The fact that he's showing up with me and is willing to do the work,
Yeah.
or at least just try,
Yeah.
makes me feel loved.
And not only the ones I got him to come, he wanted to come.
Yeah, oh yeah, even better.
That even better.
Yeah.
He set up this appointment.
Probably helps that we're guys sometimes too.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
And here's what I tell guys, man, if we think about winning, we think about conquering, you just conquered her heart when you said, hey, I want us to go and I want us to just check in. How are
Yeah.
things going?
Yeah.
And number two, your marriage, your relationship is not broken if you come and see a therapist or a
Yeah,
counselor.
right?
It's not
It's the
broken. The
biggest
car's not
yeah.
broken. The relationship's not broken. You're tending to it and you're making it better,
Yeah.
right?
It's like going to the gym for your relationship.
Going to the gym for the relationship. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What I oftentimes say, and guys have told me, you said this to me early on and it really stuck, was that when we showed up through the door, not only did I did the most important thing by scheduling the appointment, but I did the bravest thing.
Totally.
And so guys are like, wow, okay, scheduling an appointment, I didn't realize that was brave. But think back to what we talked about a minute ago.
Yeah,
We're fearful of having that emotional conversation. And when I get guys in the room, they're like, oh my gosh, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be.
totally.
Yep.
Let's take that and use that as a
Mhm.
segue. So,
Right.
okay, let's say we get the whole point of I got to maintain my relationship, the health of my relationship like a vehicle. I get that makes sense. I got the logic, right?
Mhm.
But what would you say are some of the barriers to guys beyond fear? Like what do you often hear as resistance or even lack of ability to really lean in
Mhm.
to the process?
One, pride.
Yeah,
So I don't want to walk through that door because in, I'm going to be seen as weak.
good old male ego. Yep.
Good old male ego.
Hmm.
Right. So that's one. Just it's weird. It's different. Or I've been conditioned to think. So I like what you said. It's like going to a gym, going to a personal trainer. I also liken it to a business coach or an executive coach.
Yeah.
So what I'm telling guys oftentimes is think of me as like your executive coach for your relationship. The most important investment in your life. Why would you not want to get a coach? So don't think of me as a therapist. Think of me as a coach. I come
Mhm.
alongside of you. The
I'm not here
third,
to fix you. I'm
I'm
here
not here
to
to, yeah.
help you grow, help you improve,
Mhm.
optimize.
Yeah. The other thing, so pride, number one, weirdness, number two. So think about it, humility, coach. Number three, oftentimes guys are coming in either because their wife is already checked out or they hear a friend's wives are checked out and they drug their buddy to counseling
Mm,
and it was already too late. And so what ended up happening was the relationship split up or separated or whatever. So a lot of guys are coming in already with that seed planted in my mind. You're going to make things worse. And oftentimes when you come in,
funny.
it's in a space where, yeah, things might get a little bit more tense or a little
Yeah.
bit
Yeah.
more before it gets better.
Yeah.
So guys are also not wanting to come in through the door because they're like, my buddy came to a therapist and that therapist, just sided with the wife and everything got worse and my buddy got divorced.
Yeah.
The last thing I
Another
want,
avoidance strategy. It's
another
like
avoidance.
dealing with an infection, not to get gross, but I don't want to touch it. It hurts. But
Yeah,
also, yeah, if you don't deal with it, it's going to get worse. It might even kill you.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're here to try to help get to the root of the thing,
Hmm.
help things heal. Sometimes that's going to feel a little bit worse before it gets better. And when it gets better, it'll be so much better than it was when you first came in. That's our job.
It's so interesting how paradoxical it is.
Yeah.
Where like
Ooh, that's a big word.
paradoxical. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't fumble that too. Just as you look at these other environments, whether guys are in sports mode,
Yeah.
work mode, competition mode, performance mode, whatever it is. Male ego serves them well, right? So
Yeah.
they can pursue, they can conquer, compete, show up. But how those rules don't apply in the same way
Yeah.
beyond that pursuit stage in the relationship, but ultimately at home. It's actually what is going to promote that avoidance through fear, is what you're saying. And then the pride comes up to kind of further protect, let's say, me feeling weak.
Mhm.
But the paradox is that's the whole point.
Yeah.
You embracing this point of slowing down, being weak, practicing vulnerability, things like that,
Mhm.
that actually takes strength.
Yeah.
Takes, I would say it takes
Absolutely.
balls. I mean,
Plays a lot of balls.
yeah.
Yeah. And what I was telling even a couple the other day, because I watched it happen on the couch, the more you're protecting yourself, think about it like two magnets, right? The more you're protecting yourself out of fear, you're costing the relationship something and you're pushing her away. So think about like two
Mhm.
magnets. The more you try to protect yourself, it's like turning those magnets opposite. They're not going to come together and you're pushing her away. The moment you do the brave thing, right? It takes balls to turn that thing towards her
Mhm.
and say, "Wow, I don't know that I've really sat with you and really listened to you," right?
Wow. To move through fear.
It doesn't it doesn't push her, it actually draws her towards you, right? It's this magnet you're
Yeah.
turning towards, and all of a sudden, it's like she's coming towards you, and
Like an
she's like,
invitation, or
"Oh
you're
my
or you're
gosh, yeah."
modeling. Yeah.
And so, the reason why I wanna talk about that is because what often happens in in the work that I do is I'm hearing and listening to wives who are disconnected emotionally. They've been pushed away because the guy's not wanting to connect with her. What ends up happening is she will either check out of the relationship because she just wants to be on her own. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Life will probably be less tiring without this relationship, or there's someone else in her world
Mm.
who will actually give her that emotional attention.
So you
They'll
start forming beliefs about the relationship.
Yep. And there's a lot of research Gottman's have done and other Shirley Glass and some other real experts in the field where windows and doors start to get opened up
Mhm.
where there should be walls. Walls start to get opened up or get built
Mhm.
where there should be windows and doors
That's
open.
really good.
So if you think about your relationship right now, if you're listening to this, if you feel like there's a wall between you and your wife or you and your spouse, chances are there is a wall between you and your spouse. And her emotional needs, they have to get met somewhere. Somewhere in her life, she's opening up a window and a door. And I
Mhm.
don't say this to scare you, I say this to wake you up.
Mhm.
So think about, what am I feeling? And am I feeling that there's a window and a door for us to be able to talk and for us to interact and have fun and adventure and all this stuff? Or am I feeling like she's closed off?
Yeah, that's really good.
That's number one thing I see starting, first session walking in. Is there a window? Is there a wall? Or, you know,
Part of
where
your
there's that.
assessment.
Yeah.
When you mentioned the magnets too, it made me
Yeah.
think about attachment and attachment. And some of us know, and I think it's even seeped its way into culture. So, which is good,
Yeah.
that the way we show up in our adult relationships are often informed by how we have connected with our caregivers growing up, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you've seen it. I've certainly seen where guys will become aware of that wall in themselves. They're in this pattern of avoidance, or even feeling anxious, and they don't understand why and where that comes from.
Yeah.
Not that that would fix it if they did, but at least, how do we become aware of what drives us?
Right.
And to connect some dots and doing some of this deeper work of, okay, so I saw my parents do that, or
Yeah.
this was done to me, maybe inadvertently, and I
Sure.
just kind of caught it. It wasn't necessarily taught.
Yeah.
So now that I am where I am, I don't want to have that same marriage that my parents had,
Right.
or maybe we're getting into
Yes.
some other territory. So,
Absolutely. Yeah. How to help you not have the same marriage your marriage had, the same marriage your parents had.
mhm,
Flip it.
yeah,
It's English.
yeah,
And
it could be your second marriage. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and yet not become roommates.
Mhm.
That one of the biggest things I'm hearing is, hey, we just kind of feel like roommates. And so that's, one of the other thing back to the pride and the ego thing is help getting couples in, helping them communicate better
Yeah.
and also helping them with that kind of more erotic sexual, intimate side of their relationship that somehow has kinda gotten buried.
Which can't really be there if they don't have friendship, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, and it's hard to have friendship if there's blocks that we have yet to identify preventing you from moving towards each other.
yeah,
So it makes me think of, attachment and then also trauma
yeah,
where,
that's
okay,
true.
big T trauma, little T trauma, were there things that have happened to my physiology that almost make me feel frozen or somehow prevent me from moving towards
Yeah,
my partner?
absolutely. Because we all want that. And when you're talking about
Logically.
attachment,
Yeah.
a lot of us didn't either get it modeled for us, right? Our
Mm.
dads didn't show us how to have an intimate conversation with someone.
Oh, yeah.
Dads didn't show us sometimes how you have emotions
Yeah.
and anger. Anger can be a very helpful emotion. Sadness can be a very helpful telling emotion. It tells you things. And instead what happens, and actually I do a lot of work with first responders, what we're taught sometimes is man up and stuff it,
Mhm.
right? Either
Which
you
can be helpful in a moment of life-saving or
100%
danger,
back to
right?
trauma,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Our bodies are wired to
yeah.
protect us. So we stuff this emotion. The problem is it doesn't go anywhere. And over time it can build up
Mhm.
and it can actually lead to burnout, right? If you're feeling tired, or it can lead to substance use, it can lead to there's a lot of things that can
Porn.
happen. Pornography.
Yep.
And so we medicate what we don't understand, or we medicate
What
uh,
doesn't feel good.
what doesn't feel good. And so that's also what we try to do in the therapy room is help guys recognize, oh, am I avoiding for a reason, or am I anxious? Am I always on edge?
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Right? How did my wife, how I'm treating her and how I'm showing up with her, some of that also came from my mom
Yeah.
and that relationship,
Yeah.
right? Not in a kind of a weird way, but my mom taught me, hey, be a man, don't
Yeah.
show emotion. Or my mom, overly emotion, right?
Right,
So I don't want
like
to
a
do that.
pendulum, either
Yeah.
extreme, yeah.
And so, yeah, we're
That's what I
dealing
love
with a
about
lot of
our
that.
space is it's this invitation and permission to actually slow down and explore some of these connections
Yeah.
so that I mean, just to be real, like, we are in a generation, there's a lot of luxury in the fact that we have opportunities like this. We're not, well, for the most part, dealing with war. We're not in a Great Depression.
Sure.
We actually have opportunities to break generational chains, and these are massive shifts in dynamics of family. And I think what I'm hearing you say is ultimately in our conversation, you can feel what you need to feel and
Mhm.
explore that world
Yep.
while also keeping your balls and be a
100%.
man, for
Absolutely.
lack of better words.
Yeah. Look, the bravest thing
Clinically speaking.
bravest thing you can do is do this work
Yeah,
internally and show up for your spouse, your wife. They're craving it. They desire it from you, and it will absolutely lead to way better, stronger, deeper connection, and also more incredible sex life.
totally.
Yeah.
And to have a guy, I'm sure you've had this experience.
Mhm.
I personally have had this experience
Mhm.
where you're on the other side of your wife and she says, "Thank you
Yeah.
for pursuing me differently," or "Thank you for loving me in the way that I need to be loved."
Yeah.
I, I don't know if you can feel more like a man in that, at least in the context of marriage, than in that kind of a moment, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you for leading me.
Right.
That's awesome.
Want to go back to something I just said though. I do recognize making an emphatic claim like that. There are people watching this. Yeah, but that's not me. Yeah, but that's not,
Mm,
so I also get that. Every situation is different. Every couple,
totally.
every
It's a
man,
good
every
disclaimer.
relationship is
Yeah.
different. Guy, I totally get that. And you're not broken if you're in that kind of a relationship. What we can do is help figure out and understand how to help you navigate that
Collaboratively.
collaboratively.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
adaptively. I really like
Yeah.
that you pointed that out because we are, as a disclaimer, speaking from a traditional sense and model, and
Yeah.
that's not the
100%.
only style of relationship, of course.
Right.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
These pieces of wisdom and tools I
Mhm.
think apply to every human being.
Yeah. And one of the, I would say, mantras or whatever, one of the things that I always operate from is if we want a healthier community, right?
Mhm.
Roswell, where we are, I want Roswell to be a healthier community.
Mhm.
To do that, we need healthier homes.
Totally.
To do that, we need healthier relationships inside the home. And to do that, my hope would be to help men also have just a healthier sense of who they are,
Yeah.
to
Totally.
have a healthier relationship, a healthier home, and then a healthier community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't lead others until you know how to lead yourself. Cool. Well, thank you for taking
Yeah. This
time
has been great.
to
This has been
chat
fun.
here.
Thanks, Michael.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to follow, leave a comment. We love feedback. It helps us figure out what is the best type of content to put out there. So we just appreciate your time and attention and look forward to seeing you again soon.